Hi, my name is Lee Catherine. All the people that love WWE and watch Friday Night SmackDown, these are the people that watch WWE tonight on Friday. And you realize that Roman Reigns, the Roman Reigns of the Bloodline. I'm a fan of WWE too. I've been watching W since 2018. I know I started late. I noticed there is a little problem of the original Bloodline, Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso and Sami Zayn. Now I realize you notice that Roman Reigns is getting defeated by this other new Bloodline of his other cousin, Solo Sikoa. Man, I know Solo Sikoa learned a lot from Roman Reigns. I have to give Solo Sikoa a little credit. You learn a lot from Roman Reigns. You learn a lot from him. I have to give it to Solo Sikoa. I have to give a whole lot for what he's been doing for the past few weeks. I have to give him, I'm saying this from a WWE fan. The people that watch Friday Night SmackDown tonight, people that watch WWE the past decade or so when WWE was around, when WCW was around, and when you see back in the day, the people that have been watching WWE so long, and these are the people that watch wrestling, WWE, and any type of wrestling in the world. If you watch Friday Night SmackDown tonight, and you saw what Solo Sikoa was doing to Roman Reigns for the past, and his other bloodline they made up, like Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso and Sami Zayn, sometimes you might have to think for yourself. You might have to think, I'm seeing Sami Zayn asking LA Knight to join. Survivor Series War Game is coming up in 2 more weeks. And I know Sami Zayn having a hard time finding somebody to join their 5th member. It didn't take that very long that Solo Sikoa to find his 5th member. And guess, and I think you all know because you saw Friday Night SmackDown tonight, which is Big Bronson Reed. I know a lot of people was probably tweeting about it and putting things on the internet about Big Bronson Reed. But sometimes you might have to ask yourself, when you see the original Bloodline and Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso and Sami Zayn, I said, wait a minute, they need to go bigger. They need to go bigger. They need to go bigger. They need to go way bigger. Because Solo Sikoa went all big. I've noticed that Solo Sikoa brought those 2 guys, I can't say their name hardly, Jacob Fatu and those other 2 guys. You had to ask yourself, where did Solo Sikoa brought these guys from? Because whoever that watched WWE in the past and saw WWE, we haven't seen these guys, Jacob Fatu and that other guy, and we asked yourself, where did Solo Sikoa get these guys from? I probably guess from a different wrestling company. So that's what Roman Reigns, if you want to beat that new bloodline, Solo Sikoa, this is for the bloodline, the original blood. This is for Roman Reigns. This is for Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso and Sami Zayn. If you want to beat them, you want to beat Bronson Reed, you got to go bigger. You got to go bigger and go home. And sometimes, if you can't find nobody in WWE, sometimes you might have to go to All Elite Wrestling and get somebody from All Elite Wrestling. And the one guy that Roman Reigns knows best from All Elite Wrestling that used to be in WWE, man, if people that watch All Elite Wrestling and see what this other Samoan guy's been doing in All Elite Wrestling. I haven't watched it for a while, But if the people that have been watching All Elite Wrestling, I tune in a little bit of it. But I noticed there's one Samoan guy that used to be in WWE way back 5 years ago and 7 years ago named Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe. And if everybody knows Samoa Joe, he's a big son of a gun on All Elite Wrestling. He's dominating everybody on All Elite Wrestling. But he also knows Roman Reigns really well. He knows him. He fought him. He might not even like Roman Reigns. But sometimes you might have to bring your big enemy to be friends with your big enemies for a bigger enemy like Solo Sikoa. I'm just asking people to think about this and when they watch WWE. And this is for Paul Triple H as well, the chief officer of WWE. If you're watching this video, Paul Triple H, the chief officer of WWE, sometimes you might have asked yourself, man, what is going on? Why is Bronson Reed keep injuring people? Why Kevin Owens keep injuring people? Because all the guys that used to be in WWE is not there. Like Omos, the freak like me, Lars Sullivan, that your father-in-law decided to retire him in 2 years ago. Man, Lars Sullivan, if people know Lars Sullivan, the freak like me when he was a wrestler back a couple years ago, man, he was a mean guy that was on NXT. But sometime we have to bring back somebody that's really dangerous to get rid of somebody even more dangerous, like the American Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, and Kevin Owens. If you watch this video, this is a WWE fan. I've been watching W since 2018, and I see what's going on. I know Roman Reigns did something in the past. I know he injured Randy Orton before as well. But sometimes you have to bring back somebody really deeply back to WWE. Or maybe for somebody on AEW. And this is for Roman Reigns and his crew. Sometimes you might have to get out of WWE and call somebody that's on AEW. That's what Solo Sikoa did to brought his new bloodline. He didn't ask nobody on WWE and join his squad. Solo Sikoa called somebody from a different wrestling company to join him. That's what you see Jacob Fatu. Where did Jacob Fatu came from? You ask yourself, where did Solo Sikoa found Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf? Ask yourself, where did Solo Sikoa found Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf? We haven't seen him in WWE 5 years ago. We didn't see him in NXT. We didn't see him work his tail up and stuff. Went on NXT. He went right into the main roster. But somebody like Solo Sikoa, we know Solo Sikoa came from NXT. But Jacob Fatu didn't come from NXT. So Roman Reigns and his crew need to go bigger. Just like Solo Sikoa is doing, he's going bigger. He's finding people from a different wrestling company to join his squad. And that's why the original Bloodline haven't beat him yet, because they asking LA Knight. They asking Seth freaking Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins don't care about no Bloodline anymore. He's done. Sometimes we need to bring back somebody that's very vicious, like Samoa Joe, the freak like me, to join the OTC crew. Sometimes we need to bring back Keith Lee, that was on All Elite Wrestling. And Triple H is watching this. You need to bring back some of the people that's there on AEW back to WWE. Because, be honest with you, people want to know what happened to Omos, what happened to Keith Lee. And you know, another thing is, some people want Sasha Banks back to WWE. Not as Sasha Banks, the CEO, Mercedes Moné of represent WWE. That'd be so cool to see the CEO, not as Sasha Banks back to as Sasha Banks, but as the CEO, Mercedes Moné. WWE already knows about Sasha Banks, but nobody knows about the CEO, Mercedes Moné. All Elite Wrestling knows the CEO. But if I ask all the WWE fans, do you know who Mercedes Moné is? They probably do know Mercedes Moné is from All Elite Wrestling, but not in WWE ring. Man, think about this, Triple H. What it will be if the CEO, Sasha Banks, to come back as the CEO, reform her